The conventional wisdom tells you to hoard every last dollar, to build your fortress of savings. But ancient scripture reveals a radical, far more prosperous truth. Sometimes the fastest way to gain is to strategically release. This isn't about reckless spending or naive optimism. It's about understanding a divine economy that defies human logic, one where the act of giving isn't a deduction from your wealth, but an investment into an unfathomable return. Think of Abraham, a man called by God to leave everything familiar, to wander with no guaranteed inheritance in sight. His story isn't just about faith and a promise, but about an early understanding of generosity. When he met Melchizedek, a king and priest, Abraham didn't clutch his spoils of war. He gave a tenth of everything he had, a tithe, before any law commanded it. He understood intrinsically that true security didn't come from holding tight, but from honoring the source of his blessings. And what happened to Abraham? He became the father of nations, a patriarch whose wealth was immeasurable, whose name echoes through millennia. How does this radical idea of giving to grow actually work in our lives today? It comes down to a principle Solomon articulated so eloquently in Proverbs. One gives freely, yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give and only suffers want. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched, and one who waters will himself be watered. This isn't some cosmic karma, it's a profound spiritual and practical truth about the flow of resources. We often imagine our finances as a limited pie, where giving a slice means less for ourselves. But biblical wisdom paints a different picture. Your financial life is a river, and generosity is the act of keeping that river flowing, ensuring it never becomes stagnant. Clinging to every drop, trying to dam it up, actually diminishes its life-giving power. I used to believe that every financial decision had to be rooted in scarcity, in the fear of what if there isn't enough. My impulse was always to save, to accumulate, to secure a future built solely on my own effort. That felt responsible, prudent, and safe. But the more I studied scripture, the more I saw a different kind of prudence, a higher form of safety. It's a mindset shift from how much can I keep to how much can I strategically steward and circulate. This isn't just about money, it's about breaking free from the suffocating grip of anxiety that comes from believing your worth is tied to your net worth. If this idea challenges your traditional view of money, hit that like button. It tells me we're having an important conversation. Consider Joseph, not just as a dreamer, but as a master strategist of wealth and distribution. He saved, yes, but his saving wasn't for personal hoarding. His meticulous management of resources during the 7 years of plenty was so that he could give when the famine struck, sustaining entire nations, including his own family. His foresight allowed him to literally save a people by wisely managing and then releasing what had been gathered. This is key. It's not blind, impulsive giving, but a purposeful generosity that often follows wise saving, planning, and prayerful discernment. Joseph's story illustrates that sometimes saving is the setup for a greater act of giving, a broader provision. So how do we apply this wisdom in a world that constantly screams, "Save every penny"? It begins with intentionality. Tithing, giving a tenth of our increase, is a timeless, foundational practice that reminds us God is the ultimate provider. It's a powerful act of faith, often unlocking deeper financial blessings than we could imagine. But beyond the tithe, it's about cultivating a spirit of radical generosity, looking for opportunities to bless others, to invest in the kingdom, to be a conduit rather than a container. It means stepping past the fear of not enough and trusting in the promise of more than enough. What's one area where you could intentionally practice biblical generosity this week? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The journey from simply saving every penny to strategically releasing it is a profound shift, one that transforms not just your bank account, but your very character. It moves you from a place of fear and scarcity to one of faith, abundance, and deep, lasting purpose. It's an invitation to participate in a divine flow, where true wealth isn't just what you possess, but what you circulate for the glory of God and the good of humanity.